genuine armadillo. Well, hey friends, welcome to this episode of Montana Haven, Alaska edition. But I'm not in Alaska, I'm actually in Texas right now. And you're thinking, what am I doing in Texas? Well, I'll tell you why I came to Texas. As you may or may not know, if you're new to my channel, I broke both of my heels October 2nd. I was on my back and then on my bottom, sitting in a chair and on my back for a number of months. We're now in the middle of February, end of February, and as I was laying there contemplating, had a lot of time to think about my life and everything, I was thinking, what could I do that would like give me inspiration or kind of give me motivation, I guess is the word, to like get back as fast as I could. And I was thinking, what could I look forward to? And I had a friend down here in Texas that I met some years ago, and he said, if you ever want to come to Texas to do a hog hunt or a hunt, let me know. He said, just get yourself to Texas and I'll take care of the rest. So I'm deeply indebted to TJ and his wife, and they invited me to come down, and I worked hard to be able to get to walk, and I can walk. I have walked up to 1.5 miles, 1.8 miles now, and my feet are still kind of hurting, and they swell up and everything, but I'm pushing through and I'm getting better, so I'm just grateful. But I just want to invite you guys along this hunt. For some of you that aren't hunters, you're probably not going to understand this, but you know what? I hope you guys that do enjoy hunting are going to really enjoy this video. And I just got to give you a little background on what happened so far. So I flew down here and I got to spend the first day with TJ. We just kind of went around to his town here in Smithville, Texas. I'm going to tell you a little. I'm going to let him explain a little bit more later about what he does. But he has a ministry, and it helps young boys get out into the outdoors. Helps encourages dads to spend time with boys that don't have dads or their own sons and get out and do things together, do hard things. So that's what he does. Him and his wife and his organization. But so I went to church with him yesterday. We kind of he showed me his office and things, and then we just had a good time. Met his son. We were on the radio. He's got a radio show that he's done for 25 years. So he had me on there. That was awesome, and I'll have a link below. You guys can listen to the radio show. I don't come in until about 30 minutes into it or something like that. And so that was interesting. Encourage you guys to follow TJ. We'll talk more about TJ in a moment. But he said he's got something really special for me. And mind you, I was just expecting to come down to Texas and maybe just hang out for a few days. I was hoping we could maybe do a hog hunt. And he says he's got something special for me that'll blow my mind. And I'm telling you what, I could go home right now a satisfied, happy man. I feel so blessed, so thankful. TJ so graciously allowed me to go on a hunt for a black buck. This is a black buck. Buck is from Africa. Never in my wildest dreams did I guess that I would shoot a black buck here in Texas. There's a lot of exotics here in Texas. He took me on this private ranch, and somebody donated the hunt to him, and he was kind enough to offer it to me. I feel so grateful and so blessed. Very different style hunt than what I'm used to, but I wasn't allowed to do any videoing because it's a private ranch and they just don't want to have any social media. So, but I'll show you some pictures here of me with the buck that I shot. Just incredible, beautiful animal. Just so grateful. So I'm going to start here in a few minutes. I'm going to cape him out because I do some taxidermy work for myself. I've done it over the years. I'm probably going to do a shoulder mount, and so I'm going to cape him out, and I'm going to take the meat home. We're going to enjoy the meat. It's going to be really special. So TJ dropped me off here. I'm going to be working on that. He had to do some work, so he's going to go do that for a few hours. Then we're going to head to a different ranch. I'm going to stay there for a few days, and we're going to do some hog hunting. So really looking forward to that. But anyways, just super blessed, super grateful. My family was all on board to have me come down here, and it's so good to be outside again. Just enjoying the sun. It's so beautiful and sunny and blue here. Green grass. At home it was 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was 2 feet of snow probably on the ground when I left Alaska. So guys, welcome to this week's video. So thankful you could tune in, and we hope that you guys really enjoy the rest of this video. Well guys, today I'm just going around with TJ, and you saw that we had an amazing time this morning on the radio show. Went to church with TJ. It was awesome. Now we had a good breakfast, good lunch, and here I was going to welcome you to Smitty. This guy right here is the world's tallest gingerbread man, and he put Smithville on the map, I guess, as one thing. It says that he had 750 pounds of flour, 49 gallons of molasses, 72 dozen eggs, and weighed 1,308 pounds and 8 ounces. So the largest gingerbread man cookie in the world right here, folks. Coming to you live from Smithville, Texas, in the Guinness Book of World Records. So TJ and his wife Sandra live in this barn dominium. It was literally a horse barn that they totally restored and made it into a 2-story home, and it's beautiful. I love this place. Wonderful. And Sandra does such an amazing job with decorating. She's really got a knack for decorating. So I just had to show you this, guys. This is where they live, in this barn dominium, and it's amazing. I don't know if I probably won't get to show you the inside. I just want to respect their privacy, but it's just a great little place here in Texas. It's really cool. And their son built something similar, and he also did just a fantastic job with that. Well, what we're going to do here is we're going to cape it out. So that basically means I'm going to cut everything out, skin the skull, so that we can end up mounting it. So it's time to get busy and get this done. Well guys, I got the black buck all skinned out. I got all the meat in freezer bags, and now we're off to where we're going to be hog hunting tonight. So see this sign right here? I'm at the world-renowned Buc-ee's. I guess this is a pretty amazing place here. We're getting some pulled pork sandwiches, or sliced brisket actually. This is a massive store. It's like a mini Walmart. Huge. It's a Texas thing, I guess. Hey guys, I want you to meet TJ, the great TJ. TJ, tell me a little bit about yourself and your story, a couple minutes, and what you guys do.
So, thank you. Super excited to be hanging out with you in the Lone Star State.
There you go.
Can I say
Texas,
that?
You can.
Okay. So we met at a men's conference a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Been talking ever since then, and just had a heart for who you are and what you're doing and how you're raising your boys. And I was put out on the streets as a 13-year-old boy in Houston, Texas. My parents divorced, and I didn't want to go with either one of them. And so I just kind of went out onto the streets and lived there for years and years and years. And but over a period of time, God just had his hand on my life and protected me, and made a lot of bad choices, but I eventually got my life together and got married and started having kids, and became a journalist, an outdoor writer, traveled the world hunting and fishing and writing stories about it. And but God just had it on my heart for years that the kids in my neighborhood, boys in my neighborhood from single moms, single families, would show up at my house every day. And my sons, my 2 boys, their friends who didn't have dads, would always be around our house. And I just really realized how important it was, how much they longed to be around a man, an adult man. And so I just started taking them hunting and fishing and hanging out. And I mean, if I needed post holes dug in the yard, I showed them how to use the post hole digger. And but just really started writing about what I was doing. And then I had buddies in churches around me ask, hey, what you're doing with these boys, we see you doing this stuff with these boys. Can we do it? Can me and some of my buddies do it? Because by that time I'd recruited some of my buddies in church, and we got boys from church and boys from the neighborhood, and we just would take a Saturday morning and spend time with them, teach them outdoor skills, go hiking or shooting or fishing or something. So then my friends and churches around wanted to do it. So I started writing down everything we were doing, ended up writing a little manual and some curriculum, and they started to use it and do it in their church. And that just grew and grew and grew to today, about 15 years later. We now have training manual and online curriculum. And so any man in a church can go online, register himself in his church, and start a KOZ group, Kids Outdoor Zone group in his church. So a group of men in the church can get together, commit to one Saturday a month, use the curriculum, go get the fatherless boys and fathers and sons in the community and in the church, and do an outdoor adventure day with them, teach them how to do something, you know, and then also spend time mentoring the boys, talking to them about how to be a good young man. What does that mean today? Because boys today, they're getting mixed messages.
Right.
It's a tough place to be a young man out there today.
Wow. So it's just really phenomenal. I get to do something that a lot of people have aspirations to do, and that is go on a hunting trip with TJ. He was so gracious to me and offered to take me hog hunting, and then he had some surprises, like we went on this black buck hunt, which was just phenomenal. I could go home and I'd be a happy man. But he has got some stuff up his sleeve, hog hunting. I've never done it, but that's just one thing TJ does is he takes boys and he takes them on hunts and does stuff with them, and he helps other people, like you heard. So I just really appreciate that about you, TJ. It's a real honor to get to know you and hang out with you.
Well, and the honor's all mine. I mean, I've been a huge fan of yours, and I was telling you yesterday or this morning, I can't remember which, but I was telling you how I thought you were one of my heroes. And the reason why I believe that, and why I truly believe that, is that you felt like you needed to really be intentional with your family, with your kids, and you heard God calling, and you know, Alaska was on your heart to go to Alaska and to just move your whole family, 5 kids and a wife, to a snowy winter wonderland, which you didn't know it was going to be a wonderland, you know. It was kind
didn't know what it was going to be.
and but so many people, so many men today are afraid of that. You know, they stay in the job, and there's it's beautiful. I mean, I respect the guys that do that, but there's a place in a man's heart that so longs to do certain things, and I just challenge a guy, you know, look at that, and you can't disrespect your wife, you can't you know, you can't abandon your family, but man, to take your family on an adventure and to live and do some of the things that man, we just get so caught up in stuff today.
People would say, well, when you go to Alaska, you know, it's like, you know, it's tough to make a living, you know, the winters are hard, you know, all the things, you know, and although a lot of people, most of the people encourage us to do it, but I didn't go to Alaska, and I think I've shared this before, I didn't go to Alaska to, you know, to make a bunch of money, to, you know, prove anything, to do whatever. We just went because, first of all, we felt like we needed like a break, a sabbatical type of little bit of time, and also just to be really super intentional about our family, do things with them. We've just had the best of times playing games in the evenings. Every evening, one of us picks, you know, the children and Priscilla and I both, you know, take turns picking something we want to do as a family, and so then we just do it, and it's just a beautiful. Every Saturday we try to do something, like maybe go on a hike, or, you know, at least get outside or do something special, and it's just been really a time in our lives of creating memories. So I like just to challenge all the guys, especially, to just create memories with your kids. Do things with them. Doesn't have to be radical like Alaska, you know, but just hear what God is telling you and go and just do it. Spend time with your family, and it's not perfect. You mess up. It's not always, you know, biscuits and gravy, but it's the thing about being intentional, and I think it's so good.
And I totally agree. And we've had so many great conversations about stuff. And anyway, I'm just excited. I think I'm more excited that you're here hanging out with me, just because it gives me a good reason to go off and hang out with the brother and do some stuff that I love to do.
Honor's all mine, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, let's go get some hogs, shall we? Got in about an hour, and then we need to take off and create some more memories.
Yeah, and I've been talking a lot of smack about all the hogs, so I'm just like, come on, Lord, I know there's hogs here.
Whatever it's gonna be, and it'll be good. So, yep, awesome. Thank you, TJ. Now, there's something worth seeing right there, you guys. See if we get a closer look at it. That right there is an armadillo. Boom. That is funny. Funny looking critter. This is gonna be the blind I'm gonna be hunting out of. Here I'm in the blind now, and I got 2 windows open. I can watch down that lane, and I've got a feeder set up down there, about 75 yards, 70 yards probably. So we're just gonna sit here for a couple hours and see what comes out. Check it out, guys. There's an elk came into the camera, to the feeder. That is far out. Here come the hogs. Unbelievable. Look at all those hogs. Nuts. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot here. I have no idea what happened. Dude, I smacked him. We're back here trailing the thing. And we got him. Yay, good job, TJ.
Look at the blood.
Where's it at? Oh, yeah. Good job. Sweet. Oh, that's awesome. My first hog.
Perfect.
My first Texas hog. Oh, man, look at that. You're kidding me. That's going to make some good hamburger. Yeah, I did make a pretty good shot, I think. Looks like.
Yeah.
Wings.
Perfect
Well,
shot.
Way back in the Sweet. Nice, TJ. Thank you, man.
Good shot.
This is awesome. Well, we got some slobber.
You know the hard part?
Yeah.
Is getting it out.
I know.
There.
Yeah, we'll pull it out. Wow. Sweet. Little hog. We got this really cool skinning place. Look at this. And it says that it weighs a bit over 125 pounds, but it might be around more like 115 as the scale was a little bit wonky. So that's a pretty good sized hog. Well, here it is. This is dinner.
This is good. That's really
Worth
good.
that? Worth eating? Look at that. So we got black buck tenderloin is what we actually backstrap. Black buck backstrap. Amazing. Heading to our stand this morning. Sitting in the stand here listening to all the birds. Sun will be coming up after a while here. This is pretty cool. Well, it's been just a glorious morning sitting here and just enjoying the wildlife. The only thing I've seen so far is white-tailed deer, but the birds are just extravagant. It's so beautiful. Just love hearing the birds. I've seen towhees and lots of cardinals, chickadees. It's just such a glorious morning. Just love this so much. So the sun's coming up and I'm guessing we're gonna stop soon, but I just had to show you a little bit the inside of my little hut here. Just a peaceful place to be and spend time and think. Just really, really enjoying it. Well, we had a wonderful morning this morning. It was just great sitting out there in the stand and hearing the birds. It was so peaceful, and all I saw was 5 white-tailed doe, but didn't see any hogs, but it was just beautiful with the birds and everything. Had such a good time. And then we went to town, met some friends for lunch, friends of TJ's for lunch. And now I'm gonna take this, all this hog from last night. We had it in a cooler, walk-in cooler last night. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it in freezer paper, and then I'm gonna put Ziploc freezer bags, freeze it, and then I'm gonna try to take it back to Alaska with me. Hopefully I can freeze it hard enough and wrap it with towels and stuff. I did bring some fish down for TJ, and those stayed frozen really well, so I'm pretty confident that we can keep this stuff frozen on the way home. There has been a bit of change of plans though. From here, I realized that mom is not my mom, my own mom, not Priscilla's, but my mom is not doing well. She's 89, and so I want to go to Montana and see her. And so I'm gonna just fly straight from Austin to Montana, and I'll put this meat in the cooler, in the freezer when I get there, and I'll spend a little bit of time with mom. Anyways, right now we're gonna get this stuff packaged up, so here goes. Well, tonight we're having some pork backstrap. See how that turns out. We got salt and pepper and some special seasonings here. KOZ rub, salt and pepper, and some random spice steak seasoning. Well, what do you think, TJ, about this?
That's that pork is better than the black buck.
Yeah, I agree. It's super tender.
What kind of rub did you put on there?
KOZ rub.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, this morning I'm sitting in a different stand. So we're gonna see if this stand has any hogs. I got 3 ways here that hogs could come in, so I got a big place to keep my eyes on. It's kind of in the corner of his property. The birds are just so spectacular here and everything. Morning, waking up. The wind is whistling through the oak trees. It's a good morning to be alive. Well, TJ, no hogs today, huh?
No, I didn't see any. All I saw was elk and whitetail.
Well, that's cool. Pretty cool area. Hey, hang on. There's a shed antler right there. Sweet. A whitetail 4-point looks like. Look at that, TJ.
There's an 8-point somewhere around here.
TJ spotted a squirrel here, so we're seeing if we can find it. Sweet. Got him?
Got him.
Woohoo! Fresh squirrel. Nice work, bro.
This is what we were talking about, where you wanted to make a fire out here in the woods.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna
Nice.
get to do it.
Let's do it. Ooh, that was almost. Oh yeah. Hey, impressive, TJ.
Fire!
Impressive. Looks like we're getting close. Browning nicely. It's a possibility this is not quite done in the hindquarters, but let's see what happens.
Use the back strap. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Chew on that. There's some meat to this squirrel.
He
Look
was
at that
fat.
hindquarter.
He was fat.
On corn.
That's
That's
good.
downright tasty.
Dude.
I feel like I'm on the Alone show, except I'm not alone. Mmm. My first time eating gray squirrel. That's good. It's better than chicken.
That's really good.
Mmm. This cooked about just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a little kiss from God right here.
A little furry kiss.
Mm-hmm. I knew you guys wanted something, so I gave it to you.
When you said that yesterday, like, man, I'd like to do this. I thought it'd be hard to do with a 125-pound hog. And then we didn't see any. We didn't see any rabbit or squirrel or anything until right when
That's
at
perfect.
the end. Right when,
That's
and
such
this
a
is the
God
perfect
thing.
spot
Mhm.
too.
That is finger licking. Man.
That's seasoning. What is that seasoning?
KOZ rub.
No, but the salt and pepper is,
Oh,
man, that's
that's
vital.
a combo.
That's vital.
That was probably one of the tastier squirrels I've had. It was so delicious with that KOZ rub on there and salt and pepper. It was delightful. But, you know, the time has come, as it always does. It's time to pack up, clean up, and head out of here. So we're going to come back. I thought I'd just do a quick drive around and show you this camp. This camp is owned by an individual that allows KOZ to do summer camp, and they bring boys here and kids here, and they do like these camps for a whole week. And it's kind of like maybe similar to like the closest thing I could describe it maybe is Boy Scouts. I don't know if that is super accurate, but they do things with the boys all week long. They take them fishing, they run trap lines, they go hunting with them and teach them hunter safety and do a whole bunch of stuff like that and teach them about life skills and all the things. Anyways, TJ explained that, but I'll just do a quick drive around. It's a really beautiful, peaceful setting right here. And the sun just came out. Look at that. That's awesome. Well, first of all, there's this building here, and that's like a walk-in cooler right there, and that's where we butcher the hogs and stuff. Over on this side, they've got a little pond. They can go swimming and all that stuff. Deer pond cabin. I think there's some lodging in there, a little cabin. And not sure what this thing is right here. Looks like an old, I think it's just like a little storage cabin, but it's pretty cool looking. Here they've got whole living areas right here, and then they got bunks that holds like 16 or 18 kids. They have a shop and another lodge, Whitetail Lodge. Here's where they do campfires and stuff right here, and just burn a whole bunch of wood, and a big area to like shoot over there and play and sports and things, whatever they do here, and a whole bunch of trails leading to the backside there when that's the main lodge area. So pretty cool place. Pretty cool. And you know what I'm doing? Absolutely nothing. I'm sitting here on the front porch of KOZ, Kids Outdoor Zone, in a rocking chair with my feet in the sun. Isn't that crazy? Getting ready, packing everything up. Tomorrow morning, we are heading for the airport. And like I mentioned, I'm going to fly from here, Austin, Texas, straight in to see my mom and to see how she's doing. And then I'll probably be there a day or two. We'll see how that goes. And then I'm heading back to Anchorage. I had such a wonderful time here. It was just a great blessing to be able to come here with TJ on this hunt. Man, I feel really, really blessed just getting that black buck. I had no idea that I was going to be doing that. I had no idea about that. That was totally a surprise. And then getting that hog was just, I wanted to do that for 20 plus years. I wanted to hog hunt. Never expected it to happen in this time frame anyways. And got that done. We got that big fat gray squirrel roasted over the fire. That was just like the sweet kiss of cherry on top, you know what I'm saying? It was just really cool. Start a fire with another guy and just roast some meat over the fire. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that. So it was really great. We drove back, like I said, to the headquarters. He's packing a few things up. He's going to leave tomorrow morning as well. He's flying to Nashville. I'm flying to Kalispell, Montana, and just got to get packed up and get out. I'm going to take all my meat home. I went to Walmart and bought a couple coolers, and everything's frozen, so we're going to try to still keep it in the freezer overnight and then pack it up real quick tomorrow morning, and I'll take that home with me, and we're going to have some pork and black buck. It's going to be awesome. Well, guys, I think this is about the end of the line right here. Texas sunset. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up and just wanted to say thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking, hitting that notification bell so you make sure you get notified whenever we get out, put out new videos. I'm so grateful to TJ and the KOZ team, and Sandra, TJ's wife, for letting me sleep in here. They were so hospitable. Sandra is an amazing hostess. She's over the top, fantastic lady. I wish you guys could all get to meet her. She's a lot of fun. So thank you, Sandra and TJ, when you guys watch this, if you end up watching it. I really enjoyed myself to the utmost, and I really mean that. So yeah, tomorrow morning I leave at 4 a.m. and my flight leaves about 6, so might have to leave here about 3:30. And I'm not so looking forward to what the rest of the trip might bring. I am looking forward to seeing my mom, but I want to remember my mom as someone that I owe everything to. She brought me into this world, and I wouldn't be the man I am without her. So that's the person I want to remember her, and I want her, but I want to spend time with her, even though she's very frail, and she may be not. We don't know when she'll pass, but I think her time on earth is limited. So that's very sad, and I'm not looking forward to that. But didn't want to end on a sad note. God is so good; He'll see us through. I just needed this time to I feel like, prepare for the next season. I know this is a little bit different than the hunting thing, but sometimes God just gives us little things that we can, just to refresh us and prepare us, and because He loves us so much. So just that squirrel today was just like the ultimate little kiss from heaven. So I know that sounds weird, but it's like that for me. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys appreciate this like this video, and there's lots more coming. We've got some serious adventure coming this next season of our lives. Don't know what that's all gonna look like, but you and me, we're both gonna find out. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Lord bless you.